All right, I'm back. I use the restroom.
Hey, Austin, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Seems like the volume's a little low.
Okay. Any better now?
Yeah, yeah. That's better. At least
Okay.
better. I think it's better. All right, guys. Cool. So, where do we leave off?
I think we were talking about step 4 in the journey. Um, Now, did we want to set up another document? Or do
Oh,
you guys want?
for the journey map.
Yeah, that's. I couldn't hear everything what you guys were saying about it. Um, I kind of asked the question and handed it off, and it started cutting out. So a customer walks. Are we planning to do a journey map for our product, just our product, or are we doing like? I don't see what the difference will be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's going to function like a plastic straw, other than because people are going to use it and then they're going to throw it away. Uh, is there anything particular about our straw that's going to deviate from its functionality from a regular plastic straw? Uh, so to me, the journey of the straw is going to be of one similar to the plastic straw. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so should we, when we're doing our journey map, should it just kind of be like, okay, we're walking into the coffee shop, ordering our drink, and then we're handed the straw that the drink we're taking, and then, you know, the straw gets sucked on by the user, and when the drink is expired, they discard the cup with the straw into the wastebasket, or
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think like what you were asking, I think the user experience should be, or whatever the journey map should be the same for both. I mean, that's probably the goal of our product is for it to be, plastic or paper, they're the same. And the user has no,
they
conflict with
should.
one or the other. But I think the one thing that would be different is that they, whatever, leave the restaurant feeling like they help the world out a little, maybe.
Here's an idea. This is something I thought about. Could you make the straw similar to the coffee idea of when the liquid goes through the straw, it actually does a chemical reaction and creates that liquid into something that has a different taste.
Yeah, no, I like it. But then I think that goes to the costing again. I don't know how much more that would cost.
Oh, right. Right. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, because cost can't be something. What I'm trying to get is why the plastic straw is in place in the market is because it's cheap, and we can't compete why it's cheap. And we have to come up with a new experience that has to be higher than the actual cost, the cost difference as a business. So they have to
Right,
justify that somehow,
That's a
and
good,
that
that's
could be an experience that is worth buying.
that's the sustainability he was just talking about. I think Jake was just saying. Hello.
what?
Sorry.
I think the upside is, we can feel better about not throwing a bunch of plastic straws into the landfill. That these are actually going to degrade on their own and
Right.
get recycled. So it's not something that most people are going to see unless they're composting, their straws. But most people are just going to throw these into the waste basket. And we can talk about later on somewhere how we market this and campaign it. We can show how dolphins are taking on plastic straws or something, and how, you know, and less just having less straws.
Yeah. Well, I also thought about too is that while we could also the straw could be biodegradable, we could most biodegradable substances like that are recyclable. So
Hmm.
like paper bags. Like you can recycle paper bags. It's a recyclable material. Um, so there it's kind of twofold, that you could recycle your the straws could go in the recycling just as much as they could go um, in the trash, and they'd still have a positive effect on the environment, maybe less wasteful.
Okay, cool. I like it. Have you guys ever been to Burgerville in Portland or Washington?
I have.
Yeah, you know how
Mhm.
they have they have the divided waste baskets, like one for plastic, one for waste, one for
Yeah, it's kind of like all of Oregon, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, like the
That's
mainstream
true.
restaurants won't, but Burgerville for sure does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, it's like Whole Foods. You go into Whole Foods and they've got like 4 different slots for you to throw recyclables, glass. I think they even have one for aluminum, and then they have another one for compost. So like
Yeah.
they're getting real detailed. Um,
Yeah.
you know, but
Okay, so I can what I'll do when we get off later is I'll put together a kind of a skeleton of what the journey will be, and I'll share the document. And you guys can add to whatever portion of it that you like. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
It'd be good.
Okay.
yeah, I think that's good. So you're basically just going to do a beginning, middle, and end, and then uh, the rest of us can fill in the details, as you could say.
Yeah, whatever you guys think is meaningful, and then at the next meeting, well, actually, we got to turn this in.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, if anything's in question, if somebody has something that they think that shouldn't be there, email that person, or we can get a discussion going offline and discuss it further that way. But to try to nail it down on the meeting here it'll be too much. So yeah, I'll get that started, uh, have that up by tomorrow. Uh, I'll have it up tonight probably. So you guys can work on it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
that'd
get
Yeah.
be
that?
good.
Sorry.
Um, so what else can we kind of delegate off to accomplish our due date there? Is there anything else besides that?
Cause oh,
I'm
good.
I'm going through step 5 here, and just give me a second while I read it again.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we've been filled out a lot of the design brief already in step 5,
Okay.
and this step looks like it's the most detailed one um, of them all. Um, I'm of the I kind of have the feeling that you should probably I'm gonna let me work on this tonight, and I'm gonna notify you guys when I get to kind of uh, a good starting point to hand it off to you guys to do.
Okay. Okay. This is due on Saturday, right?
Uh, no,
Sunday.
it's due. Yes,
This is due
Sunday
Sunday,
at
so
midnight.
I'm gonna work on the journey map tonight, and then I'll have that out to you guys before I have the design brief out. Design brief I'll have out by tomorrow evening,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it'll be on this same document, but I'll also email you guys to notify that it'll be ready to add.
So
Okay.
all this is going to be on
Okay.
that design brief Google Doc that you made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you guys want,
And you guys are all go ahead.
unless you guys kind of want to hash this out now. I kind of feel like this takes a little bit more thinking. Not really, result in a lot of silence over the phone. We might as well be
Yeah.
in silence on our own, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Vin.
So you let us know by tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We can have a chance to. We'll get it done. Should we put a deadline on Saturday night to hit, or should we do
Turn
Sunday
in.
morning?
Yeah,
Sunday morning or Saturday evening.
I'm of you know what? I'm down to turn it in on, let's see, which is due by Sunday. I'm down to do it by Sunday just to give people more time to work on this.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
if it's not due till Sunday, then we shouldn't turn it in earlier than that, I don't think.
Okay.
It sounds like somebody,
I'm completely
yeah,
good
it
with
sounds
that.
like somebody's having a great time in New York or will be having a great time. Hey, you know what? My sister just sent me an email saying that there's $31 tickets to NYC. Is that what you're on?
Is that me? Is you talking to me?
Kyle?
Kyle's not here.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, never mind.
Oh,
Oh, that's funny. Hey, so Vin, I was curious. It seems like you outlined the design thinking brief based upon that the design brief submission section, and it seems like there's a couple of items that haven't been added on. I was thinking in terms of simplicity that we kind of take what hasn't been written out yet and we delegate each of those sections to a number of us, and that way we could just add them to the Google Doc, and then you can review the Google Doc before submitting it. What do you guys think about that?
I couldn't. Could you repeat that?
So you know how you have all the design brief laid out, like he's asked with the headings, like the exploration questions and target users. Well, we still have like research plan, expected outcomes, success metrics, and project planning. And then there's also like the timeline and other headings in there that haven't been added. I was thinking it would be easy to just delegate those section headings to us in however we want to take them on. So it's like I was already thinking like I'll take on the interview questions and observations, since I've kind of already spent time thinking about that as I came up with the idea, and then like my head was just like, I don't know, Jake, I thought you could be good at success metrics because like you were already thinking about like, okay, well, what do we need to do, so that like this product is actually successful, and then just delegate it out that way. And then like all of us has a section of the final design brief to do. and then we all have it done by like Saturday night, so that way you can spend Sunday reviewing it and finalizing it before we submit it. Does that make
I'm
sense?
down with that.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
We can
Yeah,
just
I was.
delegate it and then write your name next to your topic that you got and just get done by Saturday night.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Yeah, just write your name in parentheses next to the heading that you're going to do. And then I guess just someone will just have to tell Kyle what he's going to do, and that it needs to we got to have it done by Saturday night for Vin, so that he can have time to review it and everything. And also too, if like Vin reads it and he thinks that maybe we need to add more to it so that we have time to do it, I don't want to give it to Vin at like 7 p.m. on Sunday, and then we've got.
Yeah.
I'm assuming not everybody's going to be available till midnight on Sunday, so kind of in the effort of planning ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, Austin, I'm gonna write down. You wanted to do exploration and question. Is that one of them that you want to do?
No, so we've already kind of talked about that. I can refine that, and I can write it out more detailed, so it's not just like vague bullet points. But I just had it. Oh, here we go. Okay. I was the ones at the bottom, like, so we have project planning, but the headings after that, like timeline for interviews and observations, including who will conduct them, interview questions. Those were 2 headings I was thinking that I could do because I've already spent some time thinking about them prior to our meeting, because that's just kind of what I was doing as I came up with the idea. They just haven't been put on the Google Doc yet.
So when I'm looking at the Google Doc, there's 4 headings that need to be filled out still.
Right.
Which of those ones did you want to do? Because none of them say specifically want to do.
Right. So we have. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to add the next 2. So let's go to timeline of interviews, who will conduct them, and then what was the one after that? It was interview questions. So I was going to do these 2 at the moment, and then after that we have 1. Jake's going to do success metrics. 2, 3. So we have 3 left, which we can. What was that?
So, okay, so that's the one that you said that we're supposed to be using. I copied that template and made that document. So with your 2 new headings here, which is totally relevant. I'm just, is that something you saw?
It was on
the design brief submission. They're
Yeah.
on there.
It was okay. It wasn't in the template. Are you saying that the template he gave us those aren't in there?
No, I'm looking at the template. He said to use a template in the book, but you guys are seeing a different one.
No. So this isn't the one in the book. This is just when you click on the design brief submission, and he gives you like, to complete the assignment, do the following. Step 1, and he has the link to the rubric, in that section, just when you open it up in week 2.
Oh, okay. Well.
So I didn't realize that. I thought you had designed that you had made the Google Doc based off of the part I'm looking at. I didn't realize you made it based off of the template he gave you. So we can get rid of those if you think we should.
No, because I'm not seeing what you guys are looking at just yet, because when I read the directions, it said to use the design brief that was in the book. But if you have one specifically that he wants us to use instead, I mean,
I'm gonna text you a screenshot real quick on my computer, Vin, so you can see what I'm looking at.
okay.
All right, I just sent it over to you. So, but basically, okay, so we have the other ones. I say for now, until you get that screenshot, Vin. So we have 1, 2, 3 left to do. We can give Kyle one. We can give him. I don't know. Do we just want to vote? Does anybody have anything they want to give Kyle?
Okay.
The hardest one.
I'll do that.
Okay. Did you get the text I sent you, Vin?
Let's see.
And if anybody has any like thing they think of in any of the sections, go ahead and add it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, that's a great point. Just because it's
Okay,
not.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so that's just what I was basing mine off of. Was right there, and there's just those last 2 that weren't on there. So I don't know. Your call, Vin, either to remove them or keep them on there.
Oh no, we could definitely keep it.
Okay. Well, why don't we keep them for now, and we can always get rid of them later if we want to, before we turn them in. So, all right. So it looks like everybody has something. So, and Vin, you're going to be doing the skeleton of the journey map, and you have to review the final submission. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel okay with giving Kyle both research plan and project planning.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We're just going first name for Kyle.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm kind of thinking we got a good game plan here, and I'm not sure what else there is to do in the meeting.
Last thing I got, how are we gonna? So you're doing the interviews and when everybody's conducting their interviews. So are we gonna be like in communication with that, or are you?
Oh yeah.
How does that work?
Oh, just in terms of how I'm gonna like construct the interview schedule,
Okay.
who will do what.
Who's conducting them?
I was kind of thinking I would just choose I would just choose us to go do interviews at different coffee shops. So you said you live in Caldwell, right,
And
Jake?
just kind of line it out and inform us on what we got.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like I'll pick a coffee shop or a restaurant like that's close to where you live. Maybe you have one in mind, or you can just choose one, and then I'll just write down a question or 2 for you to go in there and ask them, and then
Awesome.
you can just go in there, and then you can ask them other questions as you want. So the step said he wanted us to kind of have an open-ended, semi-structured interview. So I don't really want to like give you like these like word for word questions. I think I would prefer to just go in there and kind of like free form and ask questions and try to get feedback and take what I thought was important and leave the rest.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, I think we got a game plan at least for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, guys. So I will work on the journey map and get that to you guys I'll try to finish it tonight, but you'll see it in your inbox by tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And you guys can return that. Let's say, when do you guys want to return it? Or when do you guys want to say, hey, let's kind of put a cap on it so we know what the final product will look like. I'll review it. So when would you guys like to review it?
My thoughts are like we just have a deadline of like up until like Saturday night to work on our sections, and then after that it's like that's like our final draft of it. And I would and I don't know, like for me it's like if the only changes I'd really want to be made are if like you came back and just said, hey Austin, like I think you could expand on this, could you go into more detail, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, so let's have everything try to be done by Saturday night, so Sunday morning we can review. And if we
Correct.
make any changes on Sunday, we'll do that before turning in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. All right. I guess if there's anything else that comes up, we know how to get in touch with each other. On behalf of Nine Austin, thank you for dealing with the confusion and being patient with all the technical difficulties. If you guys have an idea of what platform might work better for us moving forward, please chime in at any point. Again, thanks for everybody for your participation. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you, man.
Great first meeting,
Thanks, Austin.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we killed it there, guys. So and just to echo what Vince
Yeah.
said, it's great meeting all of you. Looking forward to the rest of the semester.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't the easiest first meeting, but
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be downhill
for
from
next
here.
time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
In that
All
case,
right, guys. Have a
guys.
nice evening.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Yep.
Yeah. You too. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Bye.